What if I told you the most staggering miracle in the Bible isn't the Red Sea parting, or fire falling from heaven, or even the resurrection? What if the greatest miracle was the moment the infinite God chose to become breakable? And the man who saw it with his own eyes, John, begins his gospel with a line so explosive that it still shakes the world. The Word became flesh. Most of us hear that, nod politely, and move on. But John didn't write it for polite nods. He wrote it because he watched the impossible walk beside him for 3 years, and he wants you to feel the weight of it. Picture this. An elderly John sits by lamplight, his hands weathered, his memory sharp. He dips his pen, closes his eyes, and whispers to himself, almost trembling, "How do you describe the one who existed before time?" Then he writes, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. Before galaxies spun, before atoms existed, before breath ever entered a pair of lungs, there was the Word." John pauses again, remembering footsteps in the dust, the sound of Jesus laughing with his friends, the miracle of compassion in human form. He exhales deeply and speaks softly as if answering his own heart.
We saw him with our own eyes.
Then he writes the sentence that changed history. "And the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us." Not appeared, not seemed human. He became flesh. The Creator stepped into his creation. The author wrote himself into the story. The God no one could see suddenly had a face, a voice, fingerprints, and tears. Imagine John remembering that night Jesus calmed the storm, the waves crashing, darkness pounding the boat, and Jesus, exhausted, waking up to speak a single sentence, "Peace, be still." John never forgot the authority in that voice, the voice that once called galaxies into being. He remembers Jesus touching a leper with a gentleness that felt like heaven breaking into earth. He remembers the moment Jesus looked at them and said, with a depth no ordinary man could fake,
Whoever has seen me has seen the Father.
John's eyes fill as he writes, because he knows what he's claiming. That the God who thundered on Sinai, the God whose glory Israel could barely look at, walked beside him in sandals and dust. John chooses the word dwelt, literally tabernacled, because he wants you to see the connection. The God who once filled the tabernacle with unapproachable glory, now shared campfires and bread with fishermen. The one who never hungered, now felt the ache of an empty stomach. The one who never grew tired, now fell asleep in storms. The one who formed Adam's rib, now had ribs that could bruise. John saw it all, and in the glow of that memory he whispers another line, this time not for the parchment, but from his soul. His glory wasn't in power, it was in love. Maybe you're watching this from a place of exhaustion, spiritually, emotionally, or just from life wearing you thin. John writes his gospel for people exactly like you, because the message of John 1:14 isn't a theological footnote. It's God saying,
I'm not waiting for you to climb up to me. I'm stepping down to you.
And John, remembering everything, adds, from his fullness we have all received grace upon grace. The Word became flesh, to walk with you, to speak to you, to fight for you, to heal you, and to never leave you. That's the miracle behind every miracle, that the one who holds the universe also holds you. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. John 1:4. We have seen his glory, full of grace and truth. John 1:14. No one has ever seen God, but the Son has made him known. John 1:18. If this stirred something in you, if John's testimony reached into a quiet place in your heart, you're always welcome here. I share moments like this because Scripture still speaks into the places where life actually hurts and heals. And if you want to keep walking through these life-shaping passages with us, you're invited to stay connected here on one verse only. No pressure, just the Word, right where you need it.